Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and today we have how to become the legendary Super Saiyan. However, with a twist. You can do it with science. It's possible for you, even you, my viewers at home, to become legendary Super Saiyans yourselves. Now, let's get on with it. What is the legendary Super Saiyan? Well, it's a transformation that gives you golden hair, blue eyes, a glowing aura with lightning sparks, a power multiplier of times 50, and the abilities to fly and shoot ki blasts. So the energy behind Super Saiyans, let's start with the aura, alright? We'll get to corona discharges and ionic avalanches later, but the aura, it's to have a negative charge, let's say, alright? And the charge in your hair, the negative charges will combine with the aura, while the positive charges in your hair will then attract, which then, well, since opposites attract, it'll make your Super Saiyan hair and make them stand straight up. And you might be wondering, well, wouldn't your hair just shoot everywhere? Well, as you can see over here, Super Saiyan Grade 4 Trunks has his hair shooting everywhere, just like you might imagine. So it is possible for any of these transformations to be possible. So, what is a corona discharge? Well, it's when ions recombine with electrons, which give off photons of light, and they form best around edges. Alright? And although the aura is determined by the electron avalanches and the surroundings of yourself, the gases in the atmosphere best determine the color of the aura. For example, if you have a sodium-rich atmosphere, you will have a yellow aura, basic Super Saiyan. If you have a mercury-rich atmosphere, you'll have a blue aura, Super Saiyan Blue. And if you have a neon-rich atmosphere, you might have a red aura, which is Super Saiyan God. But none of these gas-rich atmospheres actually change the power multiplier. They're just there as a neat little factor. So the lightning now. Let's get on to that. So negative charges create electric fields around you, which accelerates surrounding atoms, creating an ionic avalanche. And this is all within a corona discharge. And air is turned from an insulator into a conductor for electricity, although constant power sources are still required for this. Alright? And, well, corona discharges cause ionic avalanches. At basic levels, this gives off the glowing aura with photons of light. However, at higher levels, occasional sparks of lightning appear, which means Gohan's Super Saiyan can easily become a Super Saiyan 2. It's possible, guys. The transformations, the science says it all. So, let's get on with flight, alright? Energy control. Well, extremely large electric charges over the area of your body are required, and, well, they'll spread to the edges, which then break down the air in corona discharges and ionize. And air, well, it can have the same charge as, well, your electric charge over your entire body, which drags the surrounding air, creating ionic wind, and ionic winds generate thrust, as you can see in this short little video. So as you can see, they're describing the mechanism. There's absolutely nothing special with it. They're just going to give it a little charge. They're going to turn it on, the mechanism, and there we go. So, as you can see there, alright, flight is only possible with a high electric charge and a lightweight battery. For example, Iron Man's arc reactor. Either that, or the object needs to be extremely light. For example, that little tinfoil object that they had, which is an ionocraft, was extremely light, and with the amount of charge they had, it was sufficient. And lastly, creating blasts, probably the most easy of the topics to explain. So, areas between large electric potentials, air is broken down, turned from an insulator into a conductor, and ionic avalanches and electron avalanches are present. We all know this so far. And when air is broken down, air is a gas, a superheated gas with its electrons ripped out is called what? It's called plasma. So, now that you have plasma between your hands, which are two areas with large electric potentials, well, then the energy's there, it just needs to be formed into a sphere by magnetic fields or actual Super Saiyan powers. However, that is, well, irrelevant for now. Or maybe it isn't. It's still pretty cool that you have all these powers, though. So, the legendary Super Saiyans. What is it? Well, it gives you a glowing aura with electric arcs and straight standing hair from corona discharges and ionic avalanches. You gain energy control from flight and energy blasts with your ionic avalanches and plasma and the power multiplier. If you even touch your enemy with millions, if not tens of millions of volts or joules of energy on the surface of your skin, the results of just touching your opponent would be shocking. Thank you very much for watching.